why I'm here? You guys know why I'm here? I do this every Saturday now. It's now basically a weekly thing. Every Saturday. Okay, I should just do something. Something I gotta do. Gonna make sure the brightness on my phone is a little bit better, so that way you can see me a little bit better. Can you guys see me pretty well? Can you guys see me / hear me pretty well? Yeah, I think I'm gonna do something. Oh, great. Excuse me, guys, but I gotta do something. Let's see. I want to make it so you guys can see me a little bit better. I'm trying to make it so you guys. I just want to make it so you guys can see me a little bit better, but I'm just trying not to. I know this isn't exactly how I would start a wrestling live stream, but I had to do that because I wasn't. Okay, I don't know what's going on. You guys can barely see me. You guys can barely see me, and I'm trying to make it so that you guys can see me, but also trying to make it so you guys can see me pretty well, but I'm not. It's like you guys can't. I think at this point, I think I'm just gonna have to leave it like this. I'm gonna have to leave it like this because I don't think you guys are gonna be able to see me any more than you already are. But just okay. Okay, so you guys know why I'm here? You guys know why I'm here? It's usual. Wrestling Week in Review. I go live every Saturday. I go live every Saturday for this. There has been maybe one Saturday within the last month or so where I haven't done this. And that was just a Saturday when I just wanted to just do a Sims 2 live stream. I just wanted to show you guys Sims 2, the game that I've been playing a lot recently. Although within the last week or so, I haven't actually been playing it as much. Mainly because maybe I'm just trying not to play it as much, because when I do play it, because ever since I started playing it again, it's been one of those things where when I start to play it, I'll play it the entire day, throughout almost the entire day, and I will spend almost the entire day playing it, and then I'll be doing nothing else, and that'll be all that I do. But I'm trying not to do that because there are a few games on my phone that I like to play. And sometimes I feel like I'm neglecting some of those games when I'm playing Sims 2 all the time. But that's just me. But as I've now said, I guess twice now, you know why I'm here, Wrestling Week in Review. Let's just get into it. What time is it on my phone? It says it's 3:49, so it was probably around 3:44, 3:45 when I went live. So hopefully by the time I am done with this live stream, it will be I will have gone for at least an hour, at least. And hopefully I will finish this live stream at least before 5. I'm hoping. So, but hey, let's just get into it. It's the Monday Night Raw. Now, I'm just gonna say this, and I know that there's people out there that want to say that there are guys like me who like to criticize WWE way too often, but ever since Vince McMahon apparently had spinal surgery, I mean, I did the quotations just to, because ever since he's had his quote unquote spinal surgery, Raw has actually been somewhat better. It's not like it's a complete 180 from what it was, which was basically a dull show with sprinkles of like Triple H magic here and there. And I'm just saying that because Triple H knows in the short amount of time that we had Triple H as head of creative after Vince's supposed retirement last year, Raw was better. It wasn't great, but it was better. Shows were better booked. Some of the matches were longer. Storylines were able to flow. Stuff was better. On SmackDown, things were better too, but they weren't as good as what they were on Raw. And I'm just going to say it. Raw has been better the last 3 Raws that the last 3 Monday Night Raw shows have been considerably better than what we've gotten recently under Vince McMahon. I don't know if that has anything to do with Vince McMahon's spinal surgery or the fact that he may not be there. But then there's the fact that he doesn't actually have to be there to run the show and to book it. But that may be one of the recommendations after the spinal that maybe the doctors gave after his spinal surgery, that they just decided it's best for him to just take it easy and not do anything work related, which might actually be a blessing in disguise because Raw has been consistently better. Maybe not great. Like if I had to, let's see, like the Raw after WrestleMania this year, like a 2 out of 10. 2 out of 10. Like it was a complete bomb of a show. Raw after Backlash, maybe like a 4.5, maybe like a 5 out of 10. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good really, but it had some bright moments. Like the Raw following Money in the Bank was maybe like a 5.5 out of 10, maybe a 6. It just seems like ever since Vince McMahon had his spinal surgery, the Monday Night Raw shows we've been getting have been somewhat better. Not perfect by any means. Obviously they're not. Obviously no wrestling show is ever going to be perfect. Okay, that's... But sometimes it can get pretty darn close. Like there have been some WrestleManias that I know for a fact have been considered by many fans to be darn near perfect. Like if they weren't 100% teetotally perfect, they were pretty darn close. Like there are some WrestleManias that I'm sure fans will tell you if it wasn't a 10 out of 10, then it was at least a 9 or a 9.5. So, and the Monday Night Raws we've been getting recently, like I said, have been better, but they're not quite there yet. Like if I had to rate tonight's Monday Night Raw, this week's Monday Night Raw, I'd rate it out of 10, I'd rate it at least a 6. Maybe 6.5, because it was good. It was decent. Wasn't anything special except for the usual Judgment Day stuff. It's the only thing that's really been one of the few things that's actually been carrying Monday Night Raw is the Judgment Day. That's what's been carrying Monday Night Raw as of late. It's really the only thing that's been carrying Monday Night Raw as of late, except for maybe one or two other segments and stuff. We finally got our Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus rematch, which ended, I guess, in a no contest, in a double countout on no contest. And now we're going to get a steel cage match between the two at Payback, which actually should be the better. I knew you'd be back. I knew you'd be back, Hacker of Tomorrow. I knew you'd be back. I knew you'd be back. It was only a matter of time before you reared your ugly head again, because for the last 2 or 3 days, I haven't gotten a comment from you, and now you're back, so good. And I'm actually not going to time you out. I'm going to, yeah. You're back. I'm glad you're back, Hacker of Tomorrow. I'm so glad you're back. Actually, I think I'm going to, wait, someone. Okay, good. I'm still here. Guys. I just had to quickly message somebody on Messenger just for a quick second. But yeah, like I've been saying, Monday Night Raw has been getting better, but it's still not quite there as to where I would like it to be, because I know it can be better than the way it's been. But that's just my opinion. But yeah. But yes, if I had to rate Monday Night Raw this week, it would be a 6. It would at least be a 6.5 out of 10. Hey Austin Benninger. Oh my gosh! It says now I have 6 people. Jeez. Okay, if there are people that are just now coming in and are just now watching this live stream for the first time, and you want to leave a like. As I've said before, it is not required, but I would very much appreciate it. So just, and if there's anybody in the live chat that is a mod that would like to put a link to their channel in the live chat, feel free to do so. I am allowing people to do that now. I just want to see if I can get some of you guys some more followers and some more subscribers to your channels. Basically, what you can use. Yeah, because what I pretty much at the end of Monday Night Raw, what we got was basically the usual Judgment Day beatdown of the top baby faces, but it was definitely a beatdown that reminded fans that Judgment Day is just as strong as ever, maybe even stronger. But then again, a couple of times now this is now I think the 3rd time we've had this sort of happen where the Judgment Day, where the WWE has been subtly teasing that there's tension within the Judgment Day, and then they have to quote unquote reassert their dominance. Okay, is there some of you guys that can't see the live chat because because I'm seeing some of your I'm seeing at least 2 comments, Hacker of Tomorrow and Austin Benninger Gaming. I'm seeing 2 comments on the live chat. I don't know what's going on there, but I don't know what's going on, but hopefully you guys can leave comments. Hopefully you guys can leave comments in the live chat if you can't, and you know me from where. Okay, I'm getting a message. I got a message from you, Austin. You can't comment? Like, what happened? What happened? Why can't you comment? I can see the live chats. I can see the live chat. It says, welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard your your privacy, and abide by our community guidelines. I can see that. I can see the 2 comments that have already been sent by people who were. I have no idea what happens sometimes, because I know the last time I think I had this problem with the live chat being disabled. I don't know what happened. Well, if some of you guys are now realizing that you can't comment, then just, hey, and if you still want to watch, then just watch. Then watch if you want to. And if you still want to leave a like, then feel free to do so. Again, I don't require it, but I would love it if you guys could at least try to get those likes on in if you can. But yeah, Raw was okay. Monday Night Raw was okay. That's all I'm gonna probably say, I guess. That's all I probably have to say now. And now let's get into Tuesday night, which is NXT. And I am going to be one of the few people that probably says this, but NXT, for me, NXT has been consistently better. Good, Austin. I'm glad you're able to comment again. I don't know what happened there for a second. I mean, maybe it's because I had to go over the messenger for a second and message somebody, because I know Dino Man, you know who Dino Man is. We've been doing, when we would do our My GM mode live streams that he would do, a couple of times I had to send him messages via Messenger because his live chat kept getting disabled. But now it's working just fine anytime he goes live. So that's good. But if there is anybody that's just now coming in that wants to leave a like, feel free to do so. I would very much appreciate it if you could try to get those likes up. And now on to Tuesday night, which is NXT. And like I just said, to me, NXT has been good. Has been consistently good. Not great. It's been decent. There have been some shows that may not have been as good as maybe I would like it to be. Obviously, because I would like it to be great all the time, just like I would like Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I don't mind. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming anyways, Austin. Anybody that comes, even if it's just for a few minutes, and then they say, hey, I got something I got to do. I got to go. I'll see you later. Thank you just for joining, even if it was just for those few minutes. Oh, okay, Austin. You'll still be here. Okay, well, thanks anyways for joining. You may be the only person that joins for this live stream, but at least I've got you. There are some people that I know can't come because they sometimes have stuff they got to do, but that's okay. I don't mind. Oh, and hey, Austin. Guess what? Hacker of Tomorrow made a special appearance today. His comment's still up there. I have yet to time him out, but I don't know if he's actually going to come back and leave another comment, but he did comment in the live chat just now. He was the very first person to leave a comment. I was wondering when I'd see him again because I know who he is. And Maroney now, I'm not going to say anything about that. Because who knows if Moxley is watching. Because Moxley is hidden on my channel. He is hidden on my channel, and I blocked him, so he can't. I didn't actually block his channel per se, but I hid him. So one of those that's hidden on my channel, and I'm not unhiding him because I do not need that guy spreading his hate on my channel. But yeah. And me and Maroney, I don't think me and Maroney will ever be friends again. I don't think me and Maroney will ever be friends again. Sometimes I just wish he would just come to his senses. I just wish he could get some. I just wish I could get something through to that big thick skull of his. Hacker of Tomorrow, the troll, one of the many troll accounts that I've been getting comments from. One of the many troll accounts that's been leaving comments on some of my community posts. I've got a whole slew of screenshots of some of the many comments that he has left on my channel. Oh, okay, that's nice. I mean, you don't actually have to tell me that, but if you feel but if you want to let me know what you're doing, that's fine by me. This is an open space, a safe space. But like I've said, NXT has been somewhat better. I mean, as far as the superstars on NXT right now that I like Wes Lee, I like Ilya Dragunov, I like Carmelo. Well, no. I do not like Carmelo Hayes. I mean, maybe I respect him, but I don't have to like him, and I don't. I like Braun Breaker. I like Tiffany Stratton. I think she's good. I'm just saying this right now, but Tiffany Stratton has been reminding me a lot of Charlotte Flair lately. She does the moonsault. In fact, I believe Tiffany Stratton does a better moonsault than Charlotte Flair. And she does it about as good, if not just as good, as Io Sky does. Now, if they have Tiffany Stratton start using the figure 4 leg lock, then I'm almost going to be certain that they are trying to make her out to be the next Charlotte Flair of the women's division. Because she already does the moonsault, she's already athletic, she already has basically everything she would need to be the next Charlotte Flair. She's a heel. And I think there's a lot of similarities. And I'm certain once they start having her do the figure 4 leg lock, if they ever do decide to have her start using that move and start doing like the figure, even if they don't ever do like the figure 8, which is Charlotte's specialty, just doing the figure 4 leg lock, which is probably one of the more simpler finishing moves, one of the more known like submission moves, and probably one of the easiest to do, because you're literally just wrapping your legs around your opponent's legs and just basically, because that's basically all it is. But if they start having her do that, then I'm gonna know for sure that they're trying to turn her into the next Charlotte Flair, which it probably wouldn't be that hard. Thank whoever left that second like. Thank you. But yeah, and as far as other like NXT women that I like, Lyra Valkyria, she's been pretty decent as of late. I like the fact that she's stepping up to Rhea Ripley, because that's not easy to do, and she had a pretty decent match with Rhea Ripley on NXT just a couple of weeks ago, so I'm like, oh, she's not that bad. And she had a pretty decent match with Tiffany Stratton at NXT Battleground to determine who the new NXT Women's Champion was going to be following Indy Hartwell's injury and subsequent fact that she had to lose the title via that way. I still don't really know why she successfully defended the title at Spring Break-In if they knew she was gonna be brought up to the main roster during the draft. I would have just put the title on Tiffany Stratton right then and there. Have her win via heel tactics, and have her get that never get that sort of heel reaction because Indy Hartwell was probably one of the more likable NXT superstars at that time. And the crowd, I guess, was really into her when she won the title at Stand and Deliver, which I thought was well deserved because she'd been on NXT for a few years now, basically ever since like 2019, 2020. So that would have been that would have been at least 3 or 4 years of her being on the NXT roster. And so that would have been so and I liked it. But then she defended the title successfully at Spring Break-In. Then she got called up and was also apparently injured, so she was going to have to drop the title anyways after apparently possibly suffering an injury at Spring Break-In. So I don't know. But hey, it's been, and as far as like any other Dino Man, don't please. Actually, I want Hacker of Tomorrow. I don't want Hacker of Tomorrow timed out. Actually, Dino Man. Dino Man, I do not want Hacker of Tomorrow timed out actually because I want people to see that he's still around, that he hasn't stopped even because I haven't seen a comment from him. It's okay, man. He hasn't shown up and he hasn't left me any comments in the last 2 days or so, at least not since Monday when Matt basically had the big conversation about how he's going to do the investigation and stuff. But he commented just one comment in his live chat, and I was like, oh, he's back. Come on, Danny. Come on, Danny. He was just timing out one of the goof troll accounts. But then I was also just telling him, actually, I kind of want Hacker of Tomorrow to not be timed out right now because I want people to know that he's still around and because I haven't heard from him in like 2 or 3 days. I haven't gotten one single nasty comment from Hacker of Tomorrow, the fake Matt Choice account, or any of those troll accounts in at least 3 days, which is surprising. But then, knowing what Matt said on Monday, I was like, maybe that's Moxley's way of saying, I don't want to get caught, so I'm just going to stop. It's okay, Danny. It's okay, Danny. I'm sure he'll forgive you. But yeah, I finished talking about Monday Night Raw. Now I'm talking about NXT. Okay. So yes, NXT. I was just talking about some of my favorite NXT talent right now. As far as the men's side goes, Maroney, why aren't you a mod? Why aren't you a mod already? I thought you were already a mod. I'll make you a manager mod. You and Danny. Well, Danny, just so you know, just so we know, because I'm pretty sure Maroney was already a moderator on my channel. So Danny, if you are still here, Danny, check and see if that Michael Maroney channel is a recent, is a new channel that's been made recently within the last couple of months, or whether it's been made within the last like 2 years or so. Because I don't know who this Michael Maroney is, because if it's a if it's a Michael Maroney channel that's been recently made, well, I don't know who to believe anymore. Well, I don't know who this Michael Maroney is, but of course, anybody can say that because I know that. But Danny, please, if you're here, pretty sure if you're here, try and see if this Maroney is either a new account or a fake account. If it looks like a fake account, then I'll just time him out, whoever it is, because I am more than certain that that Maroney is already a mod to my channel. Then prove it. I know I really shouldn't say this on the live stream, because I don't want to give up the element of surprise. What did I say to you? What did we talk about last night? Just obviously. Actually, send a picture. Send something to my messenger, of proof. If you're really Maroney, then message me right now on Messenger. Because right now there's only like one Facebook account right now that Maroney seems to have. Okay, I don't know what's going on here, because Maroney literally just messaged me. I don't know who to believe anymore. Dino Man is telling me you're fake because this account was made on June 16th of this year. Dino Man is telling me this account was made June 16th of this year. Is that true? Is that true? Because I thought your account was made. Also, Maroney, let me just tell you this. I thought you were already a mod on my channel. I know for a fact you're a mod on my channel. So how come you're coming on here? How come this is you and you're not already a mod? I really don't know who to believe anymore. Because your old phone broke. So this is a new account. This is a new account, and it is you. But you did just message me. But also, Danny, I told Maroney to message me on Messenger if it was the real him, and almost immediately Michael Maroney messaged me on Messenger. So actually I am starting to think, okay, maybe it is. I think he said he has a new account and that his old phone broke, which I can believe. I can believe that. If that is true, then yes, I can believe that. Oh, come on. I know Moxley probably is watching this live stream. Besides, I even told Maroney, yes, last night, that if he wanted to, he could come on my live stream today, because at some point I talked to him and I told him that I was going to go live today, and I told him if he wanted to, he could come on my live stream. I'm not going to hold it against him. I don't know why I would say. I mean, Maroney just messaged me and told me that Maroney just messaged me and told me that the chat is disabled. It says chat is disabled. So I don't know if that's actually true, but earlier, I think Austin Benninger earlier was telling me that it wasn't. Okay, yes, so now I'm starting to believe that it is him. Because Michael Maroney account that just messaged me on Messenger, that's his new Facebook account, and so now I'm pretty sure it is him. And if it is the real you, Maroney, then I will make you a mod. But as of right now, just the standard mod. It's okay, Maroney. If you can't join the live chat just now, then that's okay. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep on going with the live stream because I got a little sidetracked because of Maroney. Yeah, guys. So some of you guys are messaging me on Messenger telling me that the live chat is disabled again. I do not know what to do about that because I don't know what to do about that. I'm sorry, guys, but if the live chat's disabled, I don't know what to do about it. But the one thing I do not want to do is just restart the live stream. No, I don't want to restart it. I'm not going to restart the live. I'm not going to end this live stream and then go live again because I don't want to do that. So, I mean, if there's anybody that is going to come in within the next, like, I guess you could say like 30 minutes or so, and they still want to leave a like, feel free to do so. Again, like I've said before, it's not a requirement, but I would like it. But I would totally appreciate it if you guys could get those likes up. Maybe we can get up to 10 likes. I don't know, but it would be nice. It would be nice. But yeah, I just want to say Monday Night Raw. I just want to say NXT has been consistently good over the last couple of months. It's been good. It hasn't been great. Like, let's say, okay, like I said that I gave Monday Night Raw this past week, a 6/6.5 out of 10. That's probably what I would give NXT this week. This week as well is a 6 out of 10 because it wasn't great, but it was decent and it wasn't bad at all. So that's what I would do. And I mean, I like Ilya Dragunov. I like Wes Lee. As far as the men is concerned, I like Nathan Frazier, Tyler Bates, Dragon Lee. I like some of those guys. I even like Dijak. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. I like Braun Breaker. I don't like Carmelo Hayes. I do not like Trick Williams. Ugh, I do not like those guys. And I don't exactly know how I feel right now about Baron Corbin. It does look like he's getting a bit of a rebrand, which is okay, because I think he needs this time in NXT to sort of repackage himself and just be the best version of him that he's ever been. I don't know what his current gimmick is, but I know his like new shirt that he wears, that he wore, I guess this week. So they had the new tagline, I guess, which is like "burn the ship down" or "burn the ships down," all the ships down or whatever. I don't know what that is. I don't think he's got like a pirate gimmick because so far I have not seen anything that makes me believe that he's got a pirate gimmick going on. But that may be just me. That may be just me. They may have that already planned, and we just haven't seen it yet. But after like maybe another month or so, I might have a clearer picture as to how I feel about Baron Corbin. But I like him. But I like that he's gone back to NXT. I like that they've brought certain AEW for certain main roster stars back down to NXT. Like Los Lotharios, I think they could be better. They could benefit from a run in NXT. Dana Brooke, I think she could benefit from a run in NXT, an extended run, much like Apollo Crews. And I mean, if anything, Mandy Rose, her run in NXT from late 2020, from like mid to late 2021 into 2023 of this year, into like January of this year before her release, she was doing probably the best work of her entire career. Her first major title ever in WWE being the NXT Women's Champion, and she became one of the most dominant women's champions in the history of the brand. She, I think, had like the third longest. I don't know exactly how long her reign eventually lasted. I can't remember how it stacked up with previous title reigns, but she might have had like either the third or the second longest reign in NXT Women's in the history of that title. And so if oh great, I can't. Mandy Rose can go down to NXT, reinvent herself, and have basically the run of a lifetime on NXT, then anybody can do it. Then anybody can do it. So I think Dana Brooke will benefit from a run in NXT. I think Baron Corbin will benefit greatly from this run in NXT. And I think Ali is doing pretty well too. And I think if there's anybody else that is floundering on the main roster and maybe WWE doesn't know what they want to do with them, just send them down to NXT. I think Dolph Ziggler's sort of mini run in NXT last year in early 2022 was one of the best runs I think he had in a long time. His first ever NXT title. I don't know if I would put Karrion Kross back down in NXT, even though I think it would benefit him more. I mean, on Instagram, I don't know what's going on with Karrion Kross, but recently, within the last couple of weeks, on Instagram, following his loss to AJ Styles, his most recent loss to AJ Styles, following that, he actually uploaded a video to his YouTube, a reel to his Instagram channel, an Instagram account, where he basically teased a potential faction. Because he talked about strength in numbers. He was talking about strength in numbers, and talking about disciples. I feel like we might be getting a faction from Karrion Kross. I don't know what it is, who's going to be a part of it, but I feel like we could get like a sort of a Ministry of Darkness sort of reboot with Karrion Kross as sort of like the Undertaker-like character, sort of like the new Undertaker. If they decide to do that, I don't know whether he'd be good in it, but it does look like we might be getting a faction that's out of Karrion Kross. And yes, Dino Man, I did hear that. Yes, Lacey Evans. No, I do not think Finn Balor and JD McDonough. I think Finn Balor and JD McDonough are bound. Finn Balor, I'm pretty sure, is staying in Judgment Day. Damian Priest, I don't know what's going to happen with him. JD McDonough, I think he will eventually get it going to Judgment Day. When, I do not know. But also, yes, Lacey Evans has been released. Lacey Evans has been released, and hey, if she goes over to AEW, I am not going to be mad at that, because she can join the Outcast with her fellow former WWE superstars. Because she can join the Outcast with her fellow ex-WWE stars like Saraya, Toni Storm, and Ruby Soho. And it wouldn't be a bad idea. I actually would not mind that. Because it would give her, she would be put with 3 women who are obviously good wrestlers. And at least one of them, in Saraya, definitely can talk on the mic. So she would definitely get better. I don't know if she'd get better, but she'd at least have the resources to get better. And I would not mind that at all. Now, like I said before, if there's anybody, I think so, Dino Man. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I'm going to get to that later, but now I'm going to go over the AEW Dynamites. It's been hit and miss show as of late. It's been, some shows have been good, like maybe, like Blood and Guts was like an 8.5 out of 10. It was very good. But then like the 200th episode was like maybe like a, I don't know, like maybe a 7 out of 10, 6.5, 7 out of 10. It was good. It was okay, but it wasn't like the best. And then this week's AEW Dynamite wasn't maybe the best. They had some matches that were good, some matches that were good, but just wasn't necessary. And then we had that god-awful Texas Chainsaw Massacre death match that was not needed on that show. Okay, so some game asks you to sponsor them by having a match based off of their game. And basically what happened was that AEW was sponsoring the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre game. And so they decided to have a death match. They decided to promote a death match. Had to have a death match promoting a game based off of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, new video game. And apparently they got a lot of money out of it. But the one thing I did like about it, and the one thing that I did hear that they did, which I thought was actually a good gesture, was they actually used the money they got from that deal with the video game developers and stuff. They used that money for the wildfires in Maui, which I thought was a great gesture by AEW. They didn't just take the money and keep it. They just gave it to combat the wildfires in Maui. I haven't played it, AEW Fight Forever, but yeah, it's, from what I've heard, it's okay for what it is, but it's not like it's anything to rave about. It's not like it's a WWE 2K game. I mean, the way the game works, the graphics look like your typical 80s arcade game. The graphics make it look like it's an 80s arcade game, or a 90s arcade game, or something like that. Or even just something from the early or mid 2000s. Like, I don't know. It does. It's an okay game, but it's not probably not something that I'll ever play. Not that I ever play video games at all because I can't because I don't have a video game system and I don't have the money to be able to buy a video game unless I buy one online on like a website like Amazon or eBay that's like a used. Uh, well, I've never played that one too, so I might so I wouldn't be able to tell you. But yeah, NXT was okay. I'm not going to go into much detail because there wasn't much to talk about except for that god awful Texas Chainsaw Massacre death match, which was like, why did we need that? And what the hell was that title that Jeff Jarrett was holding? Like Leatherface title? Like what was that title Jeff Jarrett was holding? I was like, what the hell is that title that Jeff Jarrett is holding? That doesn't make sense at all. It's probably just a title that he created himself or that was created for him or whatnot. But hopefully it's not an actual title and they don't feature it on future editions of Dynamite. God, what we need now is, what we don't need is more. And yes, it does seem like that's what I said earlier, Dino Man, is that it looks Fight Forever, AEW Fight Forever looks more like an 80s arcade game or just a video game from like the 90s or early 2000s. But yeah, but hey, I'm not going to go into that much more detail. Now I want to get into the main attraction, SmackDown. I do not watch NXT. I do not watch Impact. Nobody watches Impact. Well, people do, but people like to make fun of Impact. Like, nobody watches Impact. Some people do watch Impact, okay? But I'm not one of them. Although I do tend to keep in. Oh, okay, that's cool, Dino Man. You watch Impact. But I don't watch it as much as I would watch others' shows. But every now and then, but because I am subscribed to their YouTube channel, I will from time to time, like, now, Impact recently uploaded some videos, uploaded like two compilation videos as of recent. One was the complete history of the Main Event Mafia. I watched that and it was very good. I'm like, dang, you got Kurt Angle, Kevin Nash, Booker T, Scott Steiner, Sting, all in a faction, like, and Queen Sharmell, like, sign me up. And it was very good. Makes me want to watch more of those. Make me want to. And then I also watched, and this was on, I think on Thursday. This was on Thursday. This was either Thursday or it was on Monday when I was home alone with my dad. But I'm pretty sure it might have been it was probably Thursday. It probably was Thursday when I watched it. But what I also, one of their more recent videos they uploaded was a complete history of Joker Sting. And I watched that. And by golly, there were certain segments that apparently he did where he was just downright hilarious. Oh my gosh. If there was ever a case where Sting reinvented himself and it was a complete, like, success, Joker Sting was a success. I don't know what he did. There were some of the segments that they showed in this complete history compilation. Some of the stuff that he was saying and the way he was saying it had me thinking of Jim Carrey for some reason. I don't know if that's what his inspiration for this gimmick was just Jim Carrey, but that would have been a great inspiration because Jim Carrey is hilarious and funny at just about everything he does. But that's all I'm going to say. I don't really watch Impact, but I will watch it every now and then. But now on to SmackDown, which we all know what happened on SmackDown. Last night was the 25th anniversary of Edge in the WWE. We saw basically a whole bunch of clips from moments involving Edge during his 25 years, and we saw a bunch of current WWE superstars pay tribute to him, and we even saw John Cena pay tribute to him. Which we all know John Cena is one of Edge's greatest rivals, so it would make sense that he would pay tribute to Edge. Well, the one superstar we didn't see, which I'm surprised, was Randy Orton. We didn't see Randy Orton but I guess that's because he's injured, still injured, basically, and he's at home, and they didn't want him to. I don't know why they didn't use Edge, use Randy Orton. I mean, they could have just done a pre-recorded message. They could have just played it, but who knows? But yeah, SmackDown was okay. It was actually not bad. We got the opening segment was a Grayson Waller effect. I'm a Grayson Waller fan. I'm becoming one. I've been becoming one ever since he joined the main roster. But even when he was in NXT, I was kind of like, this kid's good. He's good. He's not like young, but he's young enough to where he can still go for another like 10, 15 years. And he probably would be at least a multi-time US and Intercontinental champion, maybe tag team champion, maybe world champion, just once, maybe. Who knows? Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't use Randy Orton for that. I'm surprised they didn't have. You're Moxley, Hacker of Tomorrow. And you're going down. Yeah, but it's just, but yeah, I'm surprised they didn't use Randy Orton. But the opening segment was a Grayson Waller effect with Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar. LA Knight came. Yeah, because I saw 2 comments, like Hacker of Tomorrow just left another comment. So, okay, guys, so the chat is back up. If you want to leave a comment, come on in. It's perfectly fine. Oh, hey, Dino Man. I just want to. Actually, no. I'll talk about it at the end of the live stream when I'm done. But yeah. What? Oh, come on, man. The live chat just came back up, and now it's back down again. Like, oh, come on, man. Come on. Stop doing this to me, YouTube. Come on, YouTube. Don't do this to me. But yeah, then Austin Theory came out and did the usual, which I knew he was going to do. I just knew that following his loss to Rey Mysterio, that he would cry foul and he would say like, you don't deserve that title should still be mine, you shouldn't have been in that match, Matt Adam Pearce shouldn't have made the match, like. And then we got LA Knight, and that eventually led to LA Knight coming out and basically saying that if you want to, Austin Theory, we can have a match since we're both dressed to wrestle, and we can have a match, and the winner goes on to face Rey Mysterio for the US title. When that will be, I don't know. Maybe they'll just have it on another random episode of SmackDown. Although Payback is only in like a few weeks, so it would make more sense for them to just have the match be at Payback instead of just on a random episode of SmackDown. I don't know why they can't just have the US title be defended on a pay-per-view. Why do they have to constantly have the title defended on a random episode of SmackDown? Is it because they just don't want to book the match for SmackDown for the pay-per-view? Maybe they feel like a random episode of SmackDown can benefit from it. But if the match isn't even that good, then what's the point of putting the match on SmackDown? Uh, I know they want to defend it more, but why not just put it on a pay-per-view instead? Yeah, but what matches do they already have booked? I mean, it's pretty clear by now that they're not gonna put Jimmy and Jay in a match at Payback. That's what I've heard. That match isn't happening at Payback, and they want to save it for a bigger show, which I actually don't mind. Like, have it be but just don't wait until WrestleMania. There is no way you're gonna be able to wait until WrestleMania for that match. Okay, just have it maybe at the next Saudi show, because I feel like at Survivor Series we're probably gonna get a fatal four-way between all four members of the Bloodline for the Undisputed Championship. I feel like that's gonna happen at some point. It has to. Eventually, Solo Sikoa will get tired of Roman Reigns. He will turn away from Roman, and then we'll get a fatal four-way between all four members of the Bloodline. Yeah, but that was. But I don't. I mean, that very well could have been just him saying. That could have been just him almost leaking the fact that he was gonna be. He was gonna be appearing at some point during this feud, because I feel like at this point Rikishi should have already made an appearance on WWE television, because this is basically involves him. It's his family. Why would Rikishi not want to step in and say something? And want to say something, it would definitely be a moment of like, oh, Rikishi's here to put Roman in his place, or Rikishi's here to get his sons on the same page, all on the same page again. Like, oh, and Dino Man, I don't know if you noticed, but Tiger Tomorrow just left another comment, so I don't know if the chat's back up. But you can try to leave a comment, and if you can't, then don't bother. Then don't bother. You can just. But yeah, SmackDown was good. It obviously what I said, we had that, and then we had a match versus LA Knight and Austin Theory. I don't know what to. And then I don't know what to say. We had the match versus Austin Theory and LA Knight. Miz came out, and as soon as Miz came out, I'm just going to say this right now. For a split second, when LA Knight and Austin Theory's match was made official by Adam Pearce, for a split second, I forgot that him and Miz were feuding. Him and LA Knight and Miz were feuding. And then when Edge came out, and then when Miz came out, I was like, oh no, don't tell me Miz is going to cost LA Knight the match, because that's the thing to do. It's the thing for Miz to do when he's feuding with someone, is he has to cost his opponent, his future opponent, a match. And it was for an opportunity at Rey Mysterio's US title. I'm not going to say that the match wasn't good. It was good for what it was. And Miz ruining things at the end really was I don't know why, but he didn't need to be there. I guess they needed him to be there just to sell the fact that LA Knight invaded his show, so now Miz will invade his LA Knight show. But I don't know. We got a women's tag team match, Charlotte Flair and Bianca Belair versus Damage Control. I mean, LA Knight basically said to Austin Theory, basically, you want a one-on-one, whoever wins gets a shot at Rey Mysterio's title, and Austin Theory won the match, so yeah, he now has a title shot against Rey Mysterio. And then we got a women's tag team match. Charlotte Flair and Bianca versus Damage Control. This was actually a better match. As far as Charlotte and Bianca go, they were more of a cohesive team this week than they were last week. Last week, there were some moments where Bianca was like, hey, what's going on? Like at the end, when Charlotte Flair decided that she wanted to win the match, and Bianca had her opponent up in the KOD position, But then Bianca basically just said, but then Charlotte basically said, no, I want to win the match. No, you can't win the match. I want to win the match. Tonight there was none of that. Last night there was none of that. No moments. There were no moments where Bianca got frustrated with Charlotte or anything. They seemed like an actual team that was getting along very well, and it was a good, decent match for what it was. And I like that. And I like that. Did it serve any purpose? Probably not. I do not like Charlotte Flair right now. Whether she's a babyface or a heel, it doesn't matter. She's still the exact same person that she always is. The type of person that demands title shots left and right without any purpose simply because of her last name. That's basically all she does, is demand title shots that she really doesn't need, all because of her last name, or just all because she's just jealous of everybody and believes that she's the only person that should ever be allowed to hold a women's title in the WWE. She can say all she wants that she respects Asuka, but I don't think that's even the least bit true. We got then we got a Damage Control segment where they beat down Bianca Belair, which I'm pretty sure was now just their way of writing her off TV for a short period, much like they did with Becky Lynch following SummerSlam of last year. They did pretty much the same thing, a beatdown which led to her being out for a number of months, for a short period of time, and then they brought her back for War Games. But I just want to, but then, let's see, we didn't get much else. We got a small backstage segment with Paul Heyman and Kayla Braxton. And Paul was able to confirm that Jimmy Uso will be here on SmackDown next Friday night. So I will definitely be watching that to see what happens, see what Jimmy has to say. But I don't know what's going to happen. But all I can do is hope that it's something good. But yeah. And we got the main event, which was Edge and Sheamus, in what was actually like a 20, maybe 22-minute match, which was pretty good. Without the commercial breaks. Without commercial breaks, if it just gone straight through, we could have been it was probably from what we saw, it was probably like a 16-minute match, but it was at least a 22-minute match, which was great. That's great. There's no way they can put on a bad match. Clearly, that was probably one of the best TV matches in SmackDown of this year. Probably one of the best SmackDown matches I've seen this year. One of the best. So that's what it is. That's what it was. Now, as far as Edge potentially going to AEW, I will say this much. I would not mind it. I would not mind it at all. I think Edge going to AEW just to be with his best friend Christian and to have them reunite and maybe be a tag team and maybe do some stuff like I don't know, maybe they can revisit Edge and Christian versus the Hardy Boys. That would be just like a nostalgia moment that they could drum up. But the fact is, Christian is a heel at the moment. So I don't know what's going to happen if they just have him turn babyface or something. But that would, I don't know. Maybe we could have, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not going to say Edge will, in fact, go to NXT, go to AEW. I'm not going to say that Edge will go to AEW. I'm saying it could happen and it might happen, but I don't know. And the problem is that nobody knows if he's going to go to AEW or whether he isn't. And I think certain people would like it if Edge didn't go to AEW. I think there are certain people out there that are just so against him going to AEW because they don't want him to go to AEW. Because they want him to stay in WWE. But it's ultimately Edge's decision what he wants to do. It's Edge's decision and Edge's decision only. We can say all we want. Oh, I want Edge to stay in WWE so bad, but it's not up to us. It's up to him. He has to talk to his wife Beth, see what she thinks, and if she thinks it's a good idea, then if we get Beth Phoenix on AEW television, that would be cool as well. That would be cool as well. Oh, Hacker of Tomorrow, you are now being put into timeout and are now officially being hidden. Finally. But guys, that's all I wanted to talk about, and so I am gonna be ending this live stream. Wow, over an hour and 11 minutes. That is neat. That is cool. But it does look like the live chat is back up again because I basically just had 2 comments. Hago Tomorrow just sent 2 comments, so I'm guessing the live chat is back up again. I don't know. But yeah, I just want to thank you guys for joining me. Tomorrow, I've got something kind of special going on tomorrow. My church, the church that I go to every Sunday, they're having their annual Sunday school picnic. Their annual Sunday school picnic at the Barron's house. So I'm going to be there for most of the afternoon. I'll try to take some pictures. And I'll be posting them to Facebook. If some of you guys know me from Facebook, that are here to know me from Facebook, I will be posting, and I'll also probably just post them to my community tab on here as well. But that's what I'm going to be doing. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of eating and a lot of swimming. So I'm going to be swimming a lot because they have a pool. So I'm going to be doing that. So I just want to thank you guys for coming, and I want to. And yeah, it's an hour and 13 minutes in, so I'm going to end this live stream right now. So thank you guys for joining, and until next time, the next time I see you, don't know when that will be. I will definitely try to go for another workout live stream this week. I don't know when that's going to happen, but I know it's going to happen. And until next time, peace. See you guys.